Hello guys, my name is Alex and I'm your UX designer. I work as a freelancer and this time I'm gonna show you how much money I made the last week while freelancing. It's a bit awkward to talk about the money, but I think that the information is going to be super useful for the beginner freelancers. It's going to either motivate them or demotivate them to jump into these platforms. I'm just going to show you my number, how I got there, and what is the actual process. So let's jump into it. I'm going to show you, I'm going to talk about the previous week, which is from the April 29th till the May 5th. Here you can see the exact same days. And also I'm going to show you PayPal. So the last week I've made 1.4k from the free contract. I'm gonna probably, when I'm gonna edit them, I'm gonna hide the client. It might be that they'll have the problems with the privacy. I don't want to bother them with this kind of stuff. Other than that, I've made $600 on the other contract and $200 on another. The $50 are from my friend. How I made this contract. So as you can see, there are free contracts, two for the $50 per hour, these two, and one is for 30. Why one is for 30? It's because it's a long-time client and we are on the same line with him. It's really easy to work with him, and these two contracts are the new clients. They're still super cool clients and super nice people, but nowadays I charge 50 and it was the long-time client. I think I worked with him for 3 years. That's why the price is a bit lower than I charge now. I'm not going to talk about this client, which is $30 per hour, because I can't find any emails, any conversation how we begin to work. But these two contracts are pretty fresh, so I've got everything, how it started and how we communicated with each other. So the first contract is here. I've received the invite on the April 2nd, which is pretty long time ago. It was about a month ago, but we haven't started the job. What the client told me is, hello, I like your Dribble page. Let me know if this project you would find interesting. I replied to him, which was, hi, nice to meet you. Your project seems interesting. Do you have more details about this page or the wireframes? Best, Alex. Then he sent me a bit of the information about this app. He actually filmed the actual video how he interacts with the platform, since it's the redesign. I found it pretty interesting. He then sent me the sketch mockup. I've replied to him that I can do the task for him, and afterwards we can chat about the actual design later. So we agreed on the test task. I said that I will do one for free, which is the point I'm usually doing. Why I'm doing one page for free is because on Upwork, reviews and ratings pretty important. Because of that, you need to be looking for the good client. Interview stage and test work is not only for the client to see that you're the right fit for him, but it's for you as a freelancer. It's also pretty important stage, because you would see that if the client is picky or is not giving you the good feedback. So it's time for you to actually understand if the client is the right fit. That's why I'm doing the work one page for free usually. It's not taking too much time from me, but we get on the connection with the client. That's how I did it, and then we started working together. For this client, I've worked about 11 hours that week. I worked 4 days, made $558 on this, and I've charged them offline. Why I charge offline? What it means is that I'm not putting the timer on, I'm just adding the manual hours. You should probably talk with the client about this. Some clients are only for the actual tracking, to see the screenshots that you're actually working. But if you are a good freelancer, you have the credibility, then you can probably do the manual hours. Why I am doing this? Because my work usually consists of the UX work plus the UI work. And on the UX work, you must think about the user wireframes, how the users are gonna interact with the service. So that's why it's pretty hard to track with the actual timer. That's why I'm adding the time manually. This is for the first client. For the second client, this is the invitation from him. It says, "Hi Alexanders, I loved your portfolio, blah blah blah. I have a great project that requires both desktop and mobile design, and let's talk about it." So I haven't had time to actually answer him. He decided to go all in, and he sent me the contract right from the start with $50 per hour and with a weekly limit of 20 hours. So I took the offer, asked me if I can do the Skype call today or tomorrow. I asked him what time, and he's like, "Are you available for 10-minute talk?" Like, okay. So we spoke with him in Skype for 10-20 minutes, and then we agreed that I'll do the wireframes in the following day, and then we will do the actual interface for the application. This is how I got that contract. I've spent 10 sharp hours working on this, worked 3 days on that contract and got $500. The next client is, as I've already mentioned, is my long-term client. Worked like 12 hours for him. I was doing the Webflow web page for him. Nothing too serious, but I still made $3,700, which accumulated to 1.4K in that week. Also, I've got 2 contracts. As I've already mentioned, not from the Upwork. I made one application for $700, $600, sorry, which I charged $50 per hour and worked 12 hours. And here I've made banners for one application. I'm not sure if we can count it that week. We actually worked sometime on a previous week. So accumulated earnings is it's about 2.2K. But again, like for this contract, it was not, oops, nice. It is not all in this week. So I've made like about 2K. Of course, like on the Upwork, I will still need to pay the commissions and other things like this. But I think it's a good result. That week, it's not the best week, and it's definitely not the worst week. Let me show you my profile. So this is my profile. I just mentioned some previous clients. If you're a UI UX designer, it's good to actually put Dribble and Behance because it adds like a lot of credibility to you. Here are my reviews. They're mostly 5 stars, but like I had one bad client. Not a bad client, but like we were not on the same page, so he put me 3.8 stars. But it's nothing that would ruin your Upwork career. I still get a lot of invites. Here's my portfolio. Okay, it's not loading. I've got plenty of work. As for the tests, I think tests are not important. Nobody looks at tests, like ever. Certifications, I don't have the certification. And employment history, it's kind of alright to be there, but not super important. What I think is important is, of course, your tag name. We should be unique, we should be catchy, because if you are searching, if you're searching for the designer yourself, you would receive like a ton of proposals which are looking the same, like expert UI UX designer or top-notch designer, something like this, and you need to stand out somehow. So that's why I'm adding like the rockstar UI UX designer. For me, I've seen some of the users use Wizard, UI UX Wizard, UI UX Magician, something cheesy. Yeah, I understand, but it still gets the attention from the clients. So I've got it as well top rated and 100% job success rate. Job success rate is pretty important, I would say, but it's not vital as well. I would say like what matters the most is your portfolio. From that you can jump and get like really good clients. I've seen the UI UX designers which are making like $100 per hour, don't have a lot of reviews, but they still are getting the clients because their work is top notch. That's actually what I would like to say about this. Share your results if you're on Upwork or if you're doing the freelancing as a designer, or maybe not as a designer. This is my week in life, in earnings as a freelance UI UX designer. Let me know what you think. Goodbye.